Good morning. It's your girl. TGIF. It's Friday. Let's get it now. Friday. Ooh, it's Friday, people. Yeah. Couple of events going on. I'm going to tell you about. Stay tuned. The streets is talking. The streets are always talking. But lately, it's just been about this administration and our president. He has been busy, and not in a good way. Busy and butting in other people's business, busy and doing unnecessary things. We already know what he's saying, but it's a lot of craziness going on. I told you a few weeks ago that he offered 9 universities and colleges a educational package, meaning giving them more money if they would side with them, meaning the far right. So immediately, the schools that turned him down was MIT. It was like, Brown University, USC, and the University of Pennsylvania. They all turned him down. Now there's 5 other colleges and universities out there. I guess we'll see what they're going to do. Best bet, if they haven't said no, they probably are going to say yes, which is sad. Don't worry, I will report it so you'll know which ones not to send your kids to. Is what I'm saying. Yes, he's been busy. Another thing he's done that has been peculiar is actually, remember the first speedboat I told you about that he blew up out of the water? It had like 11 people on it. It was weird because he's saying they were drug trafficking, but they don't know for sure because they never took them into custody or anything. They just said, hey, it's drug trafficking. That could have been you and your friends on a ride. You know what I mean? Just out hanging. But he's done it again, you guys. Remember that was the first one I told you about, and then there was another one. And now there's another one. So I'm thinking that's 3. By my count, by your count, it's 3, right? Because that's what has been reported. No, come to find out, this is boat number. He really is pushing for war with the world. Just because you named the Pentagon like the building of war doesn't mean we want it over here. Oh my God. He's starting with Venezuela. Now, if you know anything about Venezuela, they've already been through a lot. But everybody has their areas where they have quote unquote gangs or mafias or cartels, right? So these people, it's a little, uneasiness because think about this. They're not that far from us. As a matter of fact, they're not going to need a boat to come to America. They just got to go through Mexico, is what I'm saying. So basically, they could walk over here, drive over here. That's a little too close for comfort. And I guess it's too close for comfort for one of the Navy admirals, Alvin Hosley, because he was like, retired. From the end of the year, I'm retiring. Because he knows it's going to be something. He didn't say that's why he was retiring, but that brother like, look, I already been through a lot of stuff working in this Southcom area, man. And it's just Southern Command, which is in the Caribbean. And I'm sure he's seen a lot of things over the decades. But he like, hold on, I only got a few years to retirement. Let me, you know what I'm saying? I could have already retired. Now I'm going to really retire because this is something I don't want to be involved in. It's going to be something. He didn't say it. I'm just, paraphrasing. If I know what he thinking, he poking a gorilla right now. You know what I'm saying? Messing with the cartel and these people. Never underestimate people that you think don't have the firepower. Don't. The people he's not underestimating is China and Russia. Because we know they got nukes. But we don't know exactly what those other countries have, on the black market. Everything is way different. I'm just saying. So yeah, that guy's retiring. 6 boats. That's crazy. And the thing is, they're all allegedly. There's no proof. But this last boat is a little different, you guys, because they have a few survivors. So I'll probably tell you about that next week. Who knows? And the wildest thing about this president and his unqualified, definitely DEI hires, they are making a mockery of the government. I never thought in all my years I could see the government look so discombobulated, so unorganized. Like it's crazy. It's like when you go into play basketball or something, right? And street ball and college regulation and NBA regulation ball is different than street ball. Is just a couple of rules. You know what I'm saying? And that's exactly how they're moving. Like there's only a few rules, and they're just 86 in the rest of them. 86 means like they're just killing the rest of them. Like they don't care about what's going to happen because they have the full government in the palm of their hands. They have the full government. They have Congress. They have the Senate. The DOJ is in their pocket. They got the House, the Senate, the Congress, DOJ. That about sums it up. It's crazy. And then everybody that works under him is like a kiss ass because nobody's speaking up. Marjorie Taylor Greene is trying to, but I told you, she's just trying to get reelected. She should have never even got the position at all. I don't even know why they brought her in. I believe that they're definitely not going to bring her back. I think her people can't stand her. Right now, I think Republicans can't stand the Republicans that's in there. They definitely have to get term limits because those people really are relics. Everything they think is so 1950s. They got to go. Democrats got to get a backbone. It is a lot of stuff, but Republicans, I don't understand. They are strictly just listening to him. They have no mind of their own. That's the saddest part. Like, so, okay, you get into office, these people vote for you, and you just do whatever this president wants. Let me tell you something. When Obama was in office, when President Obama was in office, there was a lot of Democrats that didn't just go along with everything. They're like, hold on, wait a minute. And he listened. This guy is listening to nothing but the sound of his voice. It is incredible. So while he's making a mess over here, our government is shut down. That means nobody that works for the government is getting paid. That's crazy. That's attached to so many things, unemployment, everything, your health care. They're saying in some states next month, they won't be able to give them SNAP benefits. That's crazy. This is why every year I do a turkey drive every year for single parents and low income families. And I've been doing it for 14 years. But in cahoots with Girls Inc., I've been doing it now for 9 years. Now, some of the people, a handful of the people I know, have been donating with me from the beginning. And I thank you. You know who you are. So this is the 9th year with Girls Inc. Next year will be the 10th year, and it's going to be something amazing. But this year, more than anything, people need help. And I'll talk about that in a few. So because of all of this stuff, right, that's going on and how he's just leaving our country in limbo, he's over there making peace in the Middle East and leaving the mess in the West. It makes zero sense. And it just shows you what type of person he really is. I know the MAGAs ain't never going to see it, but he don't give a damn about them. None of them will ever be invited to Mar-a-Lago. Ever. Never. Not even on a golfing trip with him. He don't want you there either. So I told you that he just signed the peace treaty with four other presidents around the globe for the Gaza ceasefire with Israel. Now it's not going to last probably too long now because they forgot to tell Hamas. They should have talked to Hamas first, but they didn't. And so now they're probably going to have a problem because the other four presidents want Hamas gone. Hamas was like, yo, this is where we live. Like, we ain't going anywhere. And so Trump is saying, like, hey, he don't care. As long as they don't mess up his deal of putting golf courses and having like it be a vacation destination, he could care less what they're doing because he only cares about one thing, money. And that's what he's been doing, collecting money. He's gotten over $4 billion he's made in these 10 months he's been in office. $4 billion. It's crazy. Another war that he's into is the one between Russia and the Ukraine. Now, you know, he did the Ukraine dirty, lied to them, said this, said that. And I really like the Ukrainian president. He's a fighter. He's really just trying to do whatever he can for his people. You see the stark difference between him and Trump? Trump could care less. He looking at him like, you little peasant of a man. That's how he looks at MAGA. So if you MAGA, that's how he looks at you. So now he's going to Budapest. Now he just came back from Egypt. He's spending all our money, y'all, on stuff that has nothing to do with us. Nothing to do with us. And so now he's going to go meet a Putin. And while Putin does not like him at all, right? Or respect him, it's like that friend you go out with that you don't really care for. You like, nah, I ain't going because I ain't gonna have a good time. They're gonna be boring, talk me to death, whatever, right? But they're always paying and bringing you somewhere dope. So Putin, like, let's go. You know what I'm saying? Even though he could care less, it's like, let's go, because he know he's gonna foot the bill. Putin ain't paying for none of that. You want to talk to me? I don't want to talk to you. It's just like he a fanboy over Putin. He want to be Putin so bad, and all the moves he's making is saying we've already basically lost our democracy. It's really saying that, you guys. I know a lot of you ain't paying attention, but it's saying we lost our democracy. That's the sad part. Now, tomorrow they're having a no kings protest, right? And this is to protest the dictatorship because everybody wants to be involved. Now, that's cool, but I'll say this, Black people, I know you want to help because it's in our DNA and we have been doing it for centuries, but we are still alive because we have not gone on those streets. Also, all the protesters are still alive and well. Not any casualties, and maybe just a few run ins, few arrests, nothing major. But the moment they see a face, a Black face, it is not going to be good because they've been trying to get us outside for months. And we decided our last protest was our vote last November. So now it's time for everybody else who we fought for to get out on the streets and do something. Yeah, you guys wouldn't do the things that we've done or how we did it, but at least you're trying, and that's cool. But I advise Black people to stay home so that it can be peaceful. Because if not, there's going to be a lot of people hurt, and people are going to be out there, which is crazy. People bringing their children. Do not bring your children to this protest. Okay, this is very important. Do not bring your children to this protest. This ain't no outing. This ain't no fair. This is real. And we don't know who's going to be in that crowd. So I need you guys to be careful. Do not bring your children. Pay attention. And probably check out my last video because it actually gave tips. It was a young man that gave tips on things you should do prior to going to this. Protest is important, but you got to stay, protest is not, people think it's just a day. When we protest, it's all the time, but I digress. This is not our protest. So congratulations on putting together a protest. That's great. As for me and other Black people, we will be staying home so that everyone else will be safe. We're going to fight like we've been fighting with our dollars. You see Starbucks is closing. That's partially because of us. We spend the most money. Might not have the most, but we spend the most. So yeah, that's what the streets is talking about. Alrighty, it's that time for us to part ways. But before I left, I wanted to tell you guys about my charity. So my company is the Laughter Therapist LLC, and I've been a comedian for 14 years. And for 14 years, I've given back. My first 2 years, I gave toys away to the cancer center in Connecticut at the Children's Hospital for children. But then after it was too many politics. So then I started to get into turkeys because I realized there weren't enough turkey drives. So the turkey drive started in the town I grew up in, which is New Britain, Connecticut. And then it has expanded. Since then, since I got with Girls Inc., this is our 9th year doing turkeys. And so not only do we do New Britain, we do Bristol, Plainville, and Middletown and Meriden. So Yeah, that's where our turkeys go to right now. And so nothing goes to me. I know a lot of people look like there's a lot of scams out or whatever. Well, I ain't here to scam you. I've collected money and given to families for 14 years. I've never kept any of the money ever. As a matter of fact, I've put in thousands over the years just to make up for whatever else I didn't collect. So big up to all the people that give every single year. I love y'all. It's mostly females. Fellas don't really give like they should, but I appreciate everyone for giving because every once in a blue, my mother would get a turkey. She would usually give it away because her job would always give her a turkey and a good turkey too, like from a farm. So she would always give it to someone else that she knew and needed one. So I don't know, it just is just another thing to help someone else out. So Girls Inc. has been my partner. I supply the turkeys. So that's why I'm doing the turkey drive. They actually have clubs where they get together with another club called a Trusa, and they get together and they get the fixings. Because before it was just a turkey, and then once they came along, they brought the fixings. So that was cool. So yeah, it just gets better and better every year. But this year, it seems that we have a lot more people. So it has doubled up. So I'm hoping that we get a few more people out this year to donate. Thank you again to all the people that always donate every single year. I love you guys for that. I appreciate you for that. And yeah, we're going to do it again this year. All right. So look, I still need you to get up. Yeah, you get up, get out. Think about donating. All right.